For now, you bought it, you recycle it. The foundation and the WFD are reinventing how to reach them. Over 1,000 people got a permit to pack heat. They are fed up with paying what they say are outrageously high taxes. We are redefining Casual Friday, whether or not they stay or disappear. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means that more of your money is going to be paying for property taxes. Google robots crawl through the web, adding pages to its giant index. Where this was found, this is Penicillium aspergillus, and this is Cladosporium. Increase in traffic off of busy Carolina Beach Road. Go! 2. With your medical records to show why you needed treatment. And more concerned that the site is just about 700 feet south from the school. Pry it from my cold dead hands because this smells delicious. But houses on this side are in a class 9 and pay higher homeowners insurance. It's an extra trip and a little extra work. But every Friday, Abby insists on seeing her best friend.
Hey, how are ya?
He has big brown eyes, and he stinks. Artie's a therapeutic riding pony for people like Abby who can't walk on their own.
They get hip action, they get movement through their trunk and through their upper body and stabilizing themselves as the horse is moving.
Movement she's been losing since she was 2 when doctors diagnosed her with a rare disease, Rett syndrome.
It was a terrible time. Absolutely horrible, you know, for someone to say to you that your child is severely handicapped. Woo! Lay down and die, or you can keep moving. And we decided to keep moving.
And you get her on the horse and her face just lights up. It's this amazing thing that happens when she sees Artie. And it's just like this love affair between the two of them.
They have a silent bond. Rett syndrome destroys the nervous system. At 18, she can no longer speak, but the duo seem to understand each other perfectly.
Sometimes she stiffens up and falls forward. He recognizes that there's an emergency.
Abby has countless seizures every month.
It's an amazing thing to see how he can be a rascal 1 minute, but if Abby's having a difficult day, he'll be angelic.
Artie is known for his antics. But right now, keeping her smiling may be the best medicine that she and her mother are getting.
It's like elation. You know, it's the greatest thing in the world to see her smiling and happy and upright.
When the day is over, Abby steps back into her stirrups and Artie back into his stall. And the two wait until next Friday for another day at the stable.
When I read the letter, I was like, oh my Lord. I knew we had another fight on our hands.
The letter was from the Department of Corrections. Noticed that one of the men who raped and killed her daughter was getting out of jail.
That was my baby, and I felt like these guys should have to spend the rest of their life in prison.
When the gavel came down, John Gamble was given a maximum sentence of 30 years. But Amy was murdered before 1994. Back then, North Carolina's Fair Sentencing Act turned punishment into complicated math. Gamble was given 10 years each for murder, kidnapping, rape, and an accessory felony. But the law combined 2 sentences and added and subtracted hundreds of days for good and bad behavior. How much bad behavior? Gamble has had 23 infractions while in jail, including threats and fighting.
This morning,
Birdie prays that John Gamble will never do what he did to Amy again, but she's worried.
I really and truly pray that he will not get in trouble again, that his life has been changed, and that he will be an asset.
Because she can't change Gamble or what he did, Birdie says she will spend the rest of her life trying to change the laws that are releasing him.
We need stiffer sentencing, and it can't be done overnight. It's going to take years. But if we can light one little candle to change the laws for the victims, then it's worth the fight.
Dig deep enough, and you really can find buried treasure.
A few inches down, I found this silvery thing. First, I thought it was a keychain, so I was about to throw it in the ocean. And then I washed it off in the water, and it was the ring.
A find that washed away 2 years of worry for its owner, who had lost it in the exact same spot.
I had written it off as lost. Every time I've thought about it for the last 20 months, I have cried.
Keaton Simmons had a different sentiment about the $10,000 trinket.
I thought of money, a lot of it.
But a family friend who saw him find it was also on that beach the day its owner lost it. He gave Keaton Janet Seal's number.
I found your ring.
The ring was reunited back with its bride.
I looked at it, slipped it on my finger. His mom was there, and she said, "It's a perfect fit, it's yours." And I said, "I know it is."
I made someone happy.
And he did end up making a little cash.
I would have given him $500 if I had it.
But Keaton happily took his $100 reward, invested it heavily in candy, and no one went home empty-handed. I could see the name of the person who's taking Prozac to treat their depression. I could see who their doctor is, how old they are, their job, personal relationships, and even their addictions. These are confidential medical health assessments from Evergreen Behavioral Management in Wilmington. I could see them, and Google could see them, which means that anyone could see them.
I got on, and when I did, it just floored me. You can just bring them up. I mean, I was devastated. This goes from 2006 all the way up to 2009.
That was the reaction of the HIPAA trainer who found these documents. He's made sure to keep his identity hidden. Privacy is his job, after all, teaching medical facilities how to protect patient information to prevent a breach.
You don't even have to hack in. I mean, you can just go on.
He's right. A few key words and clicks revealed pages and pages of doctor's notes. How could this happen, and how do you fix it? To clean up a spill, contain the source. But with this mess, we had to untangle a web woven with pieces of everyone's information. Evergreen Behavioral Management says privacy is their policy.
With something like this, it does. It contradicts everything that we've put in place and practice.
We told Kathy Hurley that we had discovered the security breach. She says it wasn't their fault.
It didn't come from our server, which is a very secured site. We have vendors that we contract some of our work out to. One of those vendors had a security break on their end.
On the other end was Deborah Hammonds, whose company, Efficient Coding, transcribes Evergreen's doctor's notes. They're held on her Yahoo website that only Evergreen is supposed to have access to.
It's got to be a glitch because everything is password protected.
It wasn't really a glitch, it was just technology. Deborah used a Yahoo website to store and transfer documents to Evergreen. On a public web server, passwords keep files from the eyes of basic viewers, but not from Google's. Google technology can look through any document, and it does. Google robots crawl through the web, adding pages to its giant index, like a collection of the pictures it sees. That's supposed to help you out, making searches faster by allowing you to view as HTML. Simply put, these confidential documents got their picture taken and got posted.
I was definitely shocked. I mean, when I got the phone call and they said our work is on the internet, I said, there's no way. There's no way it's there.
They wouldn't be there if the code to keep them hidden had been used. Deborah says Yahoo never told her about the need for extra code.
It's a private domain that we told them was for medical transcription information that needed to be secure to the highest specificities. And that's what we were assured that we had.
We asked Deborah to see her website agreement with Yahoo. We haven't heard back. So we called Yahoo. A Yahoo engineer told me she probably wasn't told about the code. But in an email, a Yahoo senior account executive wrote, Yahoo's web hosting service provides full security when properly enabled by the customer. The cure for this problem was erasing any trace of the documents from Google. Now, the name of the person taking Prozac, the name of their doctor, medications, and symptoms is private, the way it's supposed to be. Casey Roman, WECT News. For now, you bought it, you recycle it. The Foundation and the WFD are reinventing how to reach them. Over 1,000 people got a permit to pack heat. They are fed up with paying what they say are outrageously high taxes. We are redefining Casual Friday, whether or not they stay or disappear. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means that more of your money is going to be paying for property taxes. Google robots crawl through the web, adding pages to its giant index. Where this was found, this is Penicillium aspergillus, and this is Cladosporium. Increase in traffic off of busy Carolina Beach Road. Go! 2. With your medical records to show why you needed treatment. And more concerned that the site is just about 700 feet south from the school. Pry it from my cold dead hands because this smells delicious. But houses on this side are in a Class 9 and pay higher homeowners insurance.